What is going on YouTube? Welcome to Tech Savvy Buyer. I hope you guys are doing great. I've got something exciting that I want to share with all of you guys today. So I have a bunch of Bluetooth wireless headphones that I have not been able to use with my Nintendo Switch since the day I've had the Switch. And having a wired solution isn't always the most ideal thing depending on where you are. So needless to say, I think everyone knows there's a pretty big demand to have Bluetooth speakers or Bluetooth headphones that can connect with your Nintendo Switch, and it's pretty sad to see that Switch only comes with Bluetooth built in to connect to the controllers when they're wireless. So they didn't let you use it for audio. But I got something cool that lets you use it with audio and lets you use it with your headphones as well, and I'll show you guys right after this. So as I mentioned guys, I got a device. It's actually called the Gulikit Route Plus. And essentially what this is it's just a small USB dongle that plugs in to the bottom of your Switch and automatically enables your Switch just plug and play to connect. And you see I took it out so it unplugged from my speaker. I already have this paired. Once you plug it in and you pair it with a device, it stays paired with that device. So whether it's a headphone or a portable speaker, as you can see, I just plugged it in and it's already paired to it. So I'll give you guys a quick demo of how it sounds. So I plugged in Donkey Kong and the sound is coming out from here. So, pretty badass, huh? There's a whole bunch of different Bluetooth transmitters out there, but the way they work traditionally is you plug them into the headphone jack right here, and you gotta patch it on or something in some shape or form. It's not really a convenient solution to use. So this specific one by Gulikit, it just plugs right into the USB-C port of your Switch, and you can actually charge it while you're using it as well. So suppose your battery's running low but you still have audio playing to your headphones or you have audio playing to the speakers, you can plug in your USB-C right there on the bottom and it will simultaneously charge your Switch and keep power going through to the actual transmitter itself. Now the dongle itself doesn't have a battery included inside it, so it's not like you have to charge it or worry about it losing power. It actually consumes power from the Switch, or actually Gulikit states that it takes less than 1% of the battery power. Now another thing that they included in the box is this USB-C to USB-A type cable, and essentially what this does is it lets you use the same dongle for, let's say, a PC or a Mac or a laptop or pretty much any device that you have that takes a USB port that doesn't have Bluetooth built into it. So that's pretty cool. It's kind of universal in that aspect. You can plug it into any USB and use it. Now, a couple of things that I did want to share with you guys on this. Lag, right? You guys might be thinking, what's the lag between this? So looking at the back of the box, you can see all the different types of codecs that are supported through Bluetooth. Okay, and I have to say aptX is probably the best one that you can get because it has really low latency. Now this is just a cheap $20 Bluetooth speaker or something like that I grabbed off Amazon, so I don't think it supports it. So when I first connected my device to it, I had an issue with a little bit of latency. So, playing games like Doom or something, if you shoot, it takes like a split second before the audio transmit to this. It's barely noticeable, and if you're an audiophile, you'll definitely notice it if you're listening to music or something like that over the Bluetooth transmission. So the way to avoid that is pretty simple. Make sure any speaker or headphones you're using has the same codec like the one that's being used in the Gulikit dongle. That way it will give you the most latency-free experience as you can possibly get using a dongle. Now, setting up the dongle is actually really, really easy. All you have to do is plug it in and hold the button that's on the front for about 3 seconds or 4 seconds max until you see a red flashing light. That means that the dongle is now in pairing mode. Now, you grab your speaker or you grab your headphones and you do the same thing with your headphones. You're essentially going to hold down the Bluetooth button like you have in this example here until it starts to go in pairing mode. Both the devices will communicate to each other and they'll automatically be paired. And once it does, the light will start to turn to a solid blue just like that. Once you've paired with the device, you're golden. You don't have to repair it with it again and again and again. So if you unplug, like I just did, it'll disconnect from the device that it was connected to. And once you pop it back in, boom, it's just gonna take a few seconds and it'll eventually catch back on to the device. So there it goes, just connected. So it's pretty simple to use, pretty easy. I don't find it difficult at all. Now, one thing that you got to be careful with, since this is a dongle that's sticking out on the bottom of the USB-C port, you do risk potentially damaging your charge port if you drop this or you hit it across a table or you hit it down. So I'd warn you to be a little bit careful before you do something like that. So with that in mind, you can't really use this in your dock, obviously, right? Because it's plugged into there, so you can't put it in the dock, it's not gonna fit, and it's kind of hard to use the kickstand. Actually, you can't use the kickstand with this. So going in tabletop mode when you have the dongle mode on, it's not gonna be really easy. This is really meant to be used when you're in handheld mode. Now, like I mentioned, the included cable, I said you could use this with other devices, but I think the primary function of it, the way that they made this, is so that you can actually attach it directly to your Switch dock. So if you're docked into your Switch, and let's say you don't like the speakers that are on your TV, and you have a really nice sound bar or headphones, any device, let's say you have that's Bluetooth, you can just plug this right into this, and then it goes into your dock. And now you have the same connected ability like you did when you were in handheld mode. Again, if you were paired to one speaker before, it'll automatically kick back and just pair right into that. So overall, guys, this device is only 40 bucks. That's a pretty, I'd say that's a reasonable price. I think it is a little bit on the higher end considering what it's really doing. That's just the way Nintendo things are. Pretty much anything you can buy for Nintendo, even if it's simple technology, always tends to be a little bit more expensive. So keeping that in mind, I think Gulikit has a pretty reasonable price out there considering what you're able to do with it. So if you're interested in buying the dongle, I have a link in the description below. It is sold on Amazon, so take advantage of the Prime shipping if you guys have one. If you don't, go ahead and sign up for a trial for free Prime for about 7 days. If you don't like it, you can always go ahead and cancel before you get charged. Other than that, if you already are using one and you've noticed that you've had some kind of issues with it, let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think of this. Do you think it's worth buying a USB dongle like this that'll plug into your Switch, or do you think it's better to go with one that plugs into your headphones? I'm curious to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below, and I'll definitely engage with you guys as I always do. Until then, guys, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys on my next video. Take care.